Hello, I'm Tami Wilson from the Sacramento County Office of Education, and today we're going to take a closer look at the Executive Summary. The Executive Summary of the English Language Arts English Language Development Framework for California Public Schools Transitional Kindergarten through Grade 12, otherwise known as the ELA-ELD framework, offers a glimpse into the ELA-ELD framework and the guidance it provides for educators, including descriptive snapshots and vignettes of grade-level instruction. The ELA-ELD framework is a groundbreaking document that integrates the California Common Core State Standards for English Language Arts and Literacy in History, Social Studies, Science, and Technical subjects, and the California English Language Development Standards. This executive summary serves as a gateway to the ELA-ELD framework for teachers, other educators, family and community members, and education-related organizations. This groundbreaking document is a comprehensive resource that is 1,084 pages in length. In contrast, the executive summary of the ELA-ELD framework is 31 pages in length. The executive summary provides highlights from the framework and directs readers to resources in the document. It begins with a broad overview of the standards and California's vision for their implementation, features important grade-level guidance, and highlights selected topics crucial for effective implementation. Pause the video at this time and download your copy of the executive summary of the ELA-ELD framework so that you can engage in the remainder of this session. Please open the Table of Contents document of the ELA-ELD framework and note how the organization of the executive summary mirrors that of the full framework. Pages 1 through 6 of the executive summary provide an overview of the framework, summarizing key content from the introduction and chapters 1 and 2 of the full framework. Pages 7 through 26 of the executive summary provide grade-level guidance, which is addressed in chapters 3 through 7 of the framework. Pages 27 through 30 of the executive summary provides brief summaries of chapters 8 through 12 of the full framework, which provide guidance on specialized topics related to English language arts, literacy, and English language development. These topics include assessment, access and equity, learning in the 21st century, professional learning, leadership and program supports, and criterion for instructional materials. The executive summary conclusion reminds us of our charge as educators to prepare the children and youth of California for the incredible opportunities that await them. At this time, pause the video and read or browse pages 1 through 6 of the executive summary. Highlight or mark key points from the framework overview that you are interested in or find particularly useful. Now that you have explored pages 1 through 6, I'll draw your attention to some of the useful resources in this section. Review the bulleted list of distinctive features on page 2 of the executive summary. You may notice that there are topics on this list that are currently a focus at your site and/or your district. Consider how you might utilize this framework to support the work at your site. On page 4 of the executive summary, you see the Circles of Implementation graphic, which is introduced in Chapter 2 of the ELA-ELD framework. This figure provides a visual representation of the conceptual design of the framework and is used as an organizing structure for the grade span chapters. The outer ring identifies the overarching goals of ELA literacy and ELD instruction. By the time California's students complete high school, they have developed the readiness for college and career, and civic life, attained the capacities of literate individuals, become broadly literate, and acquired the skills for living and learning in the 21st century. The white field represents the context in which instruction occurs. This framework asserts that the context for learning should be integrated, motivating, engaging, respectful, and intellectually challenging for all students. Circling the standards are the key themes of the standards: meaning-making, language development, effective expression, content knowledge, and foundational skills. These themes highlight the interconnections among the strands of California's Common Core State Standards for ELA literacy, reading, writing, speaking and listening, and language, and the parts of the California ELD standards, interacting in meaningful ways, learning about how English works, and using foundational skills. The themes are organizing components for the grade level discussions in chapters 3 through 7 of the framework. In the center of the graphic are the California Common Core State Standards for ELA literacy and the California ELD standards, which define the year-end expectations for students' knowledge and abilities and guide instructional planning and observations of student progress. The California ELD standards also identify proficiency level expectations, emerging, expanding, and bridging, and ensure that EL students have full access to California's Common Core State Standards for ELA literacy and other content standards. These standards are the pathway to achievement of the overarching goals. Page 5 of the executive summary provides an overview and introduction to the key themes of ELA literacy and ELD instruction. The themes are the organizing structure of the framework grade span chapters. Please note the link at the bottom of the page. A white paper titled Resource Guide to the Foundational Skills can be found on the CDE website. This document provides additional information on foundational skills. Which key themes would you like to learn more about? I encourage you to explore the framework for an in-depth information on each of the key themes. Page 6 of the executive summary turns our attention to English language development instruction. It is important to note that California's English learners at all proficiency levels should be provided comprehensive ELD, which includes both integrated and designated ELD instruction. The figure on page 6 provides a helpful visual emphasizing that English learners are provided both integrated and designated instruction. How might you use this figure to support understanding of comprehensive ELD? Pages 7 and 8 of the executive summary introduces the section on grade level guidance. Notice the bulleted list on page 7 outlines the features of the specific grade level chapters found in the framework. Page 8 includes framing questions for all students and additional questions for English learners. These questions reinforce the importance of careful planning that anticipates year-end and unit goals and responds to students' needs. Pause the video and read pages 7 and 8. Pages 9 through 26 of the executive summary provide grade level guidance organized by grade span. Common elements include a description of the key themes in the grade span and overview of the figures included in the actual framework chapter and examples of snapshots and vignettes found in the framework chapter. Pause the video and select and read one of the GradeSpan sections. The GradeSpan sections and executive summary pages numbers are found on the slide. As you read, highlight key content specific to the GradeSpan. Identify figures, snapshots, and vignettes found in the framework that you would like to explore further. Pages 27 through 30 of the executive summary provides brief summaries of chapters 8 through 12 of the framework, which provides guidance on specialized topics related to English language arts, literacy, and English language development. These topics include assessment, access and equity, learning in the 21st century, professional learning, leadership and program supports, and criterion for instructional materials. Pause the video and read pages 27 through 30. Which topics would you like to learn more about? The executive summary concludes with this powerful quote: California is a vibrant and dynamic state of extraordinary global influence and is unsurpassed in its cultural and linguistic resources. California's schools are charged with preparing its children and youth for the incredible opportunities that await them. The adoption of the California Common Core State Standards in ELA literacy and the California ELD standards and the development of the ELA-ELD framework represent California's commitment to ensure that all its students receive an education that enables them to take advantage of possibilities, pursue their dreams, and contribute to the well-being of California and the world. The most promising future await our students and our society when we ensure that all individuals acquire strong literacy and language skills in every discipline. As we conclude this segment, feel free to work with your team to brainstorm ways that you might use this executive summary and which audiences you might use it with. Thank you for joining us today.